I'm happy for him. This seems, look, he's like, but I don't get, what I don't get, this is what I don't get, guys. I need y'all to help me. Because I happen to be on Fox when LeBron went to LA.
Shannon Sharpe, never one to shy away from controversy, kicks off by demanding answers from critics. His frustration is palpable as he calls out the sports media's shifting narratives. He's about to dissect the glaring inconsistencies in how LeBron James is judged. Get ready for a masterclass in exposing hypocrisy.
He didn't go to LA to catch Michael Jordan. He went to be Michael B. Jordan. He went to retire. He's in La La Land. No way you thought this man could win a championship with the pieces that they had in LA. They killed him. Chat, you know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, facts.
That's what everybody said. He didn't go to catch Michael Jordan. He went to catch Michael B. Jordan.
Shannon immediately recalls the narrative around LeBron's move to Los Angeles. Back then, the consensus was clear. James wasn't seeking championships, but rather a transition to Michael B. Jordan, a retirement phase in Hollywood. This sets the stage for a critical question. How did the perception of LeBron's motives change so drastically?
Now he goes to a team that have pieces that have really good players. Oh, he ring chasing.
Yeah.
I need y'all to make it make sense. I need y'all to pick a side, and whatever side you decide to stay on, I'm cool with it. But the very people that said he wasn't trying to win, so what is he supposed to do? Now, you said if LeBron was serious about winning.
The hypocrisy is undeniable. When LeBron joined a team in LA widely considered to be rebuilding, he was retiring. Now, with a move to a talented 76ers roster, the ring-chasing accusation resurfaces. Shannon challenges critics to pick a side. This inconsistency highlights a clear double standard, begging for an explanation.
All the people that said the very reason that he went to LA wasn't to win, you criticize him now that he goes back to Philly with a chance to win. You know, nobody thought Philly was stacked until he joined them.
Yeah.
You ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Hey, now
This is the crux of Shannon's argument. The immediate reevaluation of the team's strength the moment LeBron James joins. Suddenly, the 76ers, the competitive squad, are deemed stacked, and LeBron a ring chaser. This instantaneous narrative shift exposes a deep-seated bias. It seems for some, LeBron's presence alone defines a team's contender status.
I think it's a good decision on LeBron's part, especially at 41, 42 years old in his 23rd, 24th year in the league, in the NBA in general. This is a chance, an opportunity to go to a team where the supporting cast is extremely stellar, where he doesn't have to do that much. I think this is a team where he doesn't have to carry the load. He has Maxey, he has Jaylen Brown, he has Eskim, he has Embiid.
The guest reinforces the practical brilliance of LeBron's decision. At 41, 42 years old, joining a team with a stellar supporting cast like the 76ers is a strategic masterstroke. It ensures he doesn't have to carry the entire load, allowing him to play effectively without the historical burden. This move is about maximizing his final years, not just accumulating rings.
This is what LeBron is looking for. He's looking to go to Philly and like, look, man, I ain't got to be historically great every damn night for us to win a game. I got this Maserati over here. I got this Lambo over here. Hey, man, we're going to pull all these things out and have a party. You feel me? So I like it. And when those guys buy into whatever it is LeBron's selling, bro.
The co-host echoes this sentiment, emphasizing that with the 76ers' talent, LeBron doesn't need to deliver historically great performances every night. He can simply orchestrate, leveraging the strengths of Embiid, Maxey, and Jaylen Brown. This vision paints LeBron as a basketball maestro, strategically extending his career. It's a smart play, not a desperate one.
But like for me, like what an opportunity is to learn. Like one of my favorite things to do is to learn, despite what people may say, despite what people may feel about. My favorite thing to do is to learn. I love learning, so like to have the opportunity to learn, one from one of the, if not the greatest player of all time, you know, I get an opportunity to like on the court, off the court, learn and gather experiences that.
Jaylen Brown's initial reaction to LeBron joining the 76ers offers a compelling counter-narrative. He views it as an incredible opportunity to learn from one of the greatest. This perspective from a fellow star underscores the invaluable mentorship and experience James brings, beyond just winning. It suggests that for some, playing with a legend is about growth, not just trophies.
He know going to Philly, hell, Unc, they ain't won it how long? How long it's been?
43 years, 1983, when they swept the Lakers.
43 years, so you know Bron got that and be like, man, look, I take this franchise, Ocho, I take this franchise, the Sixers to the top. We get to the mountaintop and win. Come on, man. I ain't got to catch MJ. You know what I'm saying? But I've done something that no other guy in NBA history.
The conversation turns to LeBron's legacy with the 76ers. The guest highlights Philadelphia's 43-year championship drought, presenting a unique challenge for James. If he wins with Philly, it would be his fourth different franchise to deliver a title to. This unprecedented feat would further cement his legendary status, independent of any comparison to Michael Jordan.
But Michael Jordan going to Washington did nothing to harm. Oh, he was just going to have fun. He just wanted to play. You see? So let me ask you a question. Had he won a championship, would he have turned it down? What would you have said? Michael Jordan goes to Washington, wins 7, he's 7-0.
Yeah.
That's what would have been said.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Shannon draws a direct comparison to Michael Jordan's tenure with the Washington Wizards. He argues that Jordan's return, even without a championship, was largely seen as having fun and didn't tarnish his legacy. Yet, the similar move by LeBron, even with title aspirations, invites ring-chasing accusations. This double standard is a core part of the problem.
What is it about this man that rubs you so wrong, that upsets so many? We've never seen it. We've never seen a more polarizing figure. At once upon a time, I thought it was Tim Tebow. But this is Tim Tebow on steroids, growth hormone, insulin, decaduoblin, succinon 250, all that.
Shannon's powerful question gets to the heart of the matter. Why does LeBron James provoke such an extreme, polarizing reaction? He states there's never been a more polarizing figure in sports, going beyond even Tim Tebow. This isn't just about basketball. It's about a unique blend of adoration and visceral animosity that defies easy explanation.
Well, listen, the question you just asked is the reason why they don't like him. The question you just asked, why don't they? Because we've never seen it before, Joe. Because the expectations that he had on his shoulders coming out of high school, many people thought he wouldn't be able to maintain it, let alone exceed him the way he has. He's super.
The guest attempts to explain the phenomenon. LeBron's unprecedented journey, from high school phenom to all-time great, set an impossible bar. He didn't just meet expectations, he superseded them.
Still playing quality basketball at his age. Still one of the best in the game at his age. Of course, people aren't gonna like that. And the funny thing about it is most of the hate and some of the hate is coming from those that played on the same type of hardwood he did.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, I think
LeBron's continued dominance at an advanced age fuels the fire even further. Playing quality basketball into his 40s is a marvel, yet it still generates significant animosity. The guest points out that much of this hate originates from former players. This suggests a complex dynamic, perhaps even envy among peers. What drives this specific type of criticism?
While I was off camera, you said he understands that comes with the territory. Tell me in the history of the sport, a man that's faced this level of vitriol when he's been this good, has nothing off the field. As far as he hasn't been in the blotter, he hasn't got a DU.
Shannon makes an undeniable point about LeBron's off-court conduct. Unlike many athletes, James has maintained an exemplary personal life, free from scandal or blotter incidents. His integrity and commitment to his family are beyond reproach. The spotless record makes the intense, often personal, level of hatred he receives even more bewildering. What is truly behind this animosity?
I can't think of nothing,
It's
Joe.
the admiration, it's the longevity. People tired of the glazing, bro. They tired of the glazing of LeBron. That's what they call it. They tired of it. You know what I mean? And when you've been great for so long, at some point, man, they gonna start throwing sticks.
Let me ask you a question.
The guest introduces the modern term glazing, an accusation leveled at LeBron supporters for their perceived excessive praise. He argues that people simply get tired of consistent greatness and admiration. But Shannon isn't content with the simple explanation, ready to expose a blatant double standard in how glazing is applied to different eras and players.
Tell me the time that, do you understand people been glazing Michael Jordan since the shoe came out?
Yeah.
In 84.
Yeah.
We're talking about 42 years.
Yes, sir.
We're talking about 42 years.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, Jordan has been a standard with no comparison.
Shannon challenges the glazing argument by pointing to Michael Jordan. He reminds everyone that Jordan has been universally praised and admired, effectively glazed, since his shoes first dropped in 1984. Why is decades of appreciation for Jordan acceptable, but similar admiration for LeBron labeled as glazing? The selective outrage is striking.
with no comparison. There was nothing to compare to it. Therefore, glazing and appreciating what Michael had done over the years, not only on the court, but off the court, culturally, what he's done for us culturally, you know, in general. So it's kind of different. Now someone has come along that is comparable to that of Michael Jordan and what he's done on the court. Now you have issues. Now you're splitting the committee up of those who enjoyed the game.
The guest attempts to differentiate the Jordan and LeBron phenomena. He argues that Jordan existed as an unrivaled standard, making universal glazing acceptable. However, LeBron's emergence created a direct comparable rival, splitting fan loyalties. This head-to-head dynamic generates the issues and nitpicking that Jordan never faced. The nature of greatness has changed.
They didn't get mad at Kobe, who basically copied. He's a facsimile of Jordan.
Yeah.
If LeBron had did that, I was like, bro, come on now. If he had did what I did to my brother, everything that my brother did, I did. If he had did, I said, come on now, LeBron, damn.
Shannon offers another incisive comparison, Kobe Bryant. He points out that Kobe, often seen as a direct facsimile of Jordan's game, never received the same level of animosity or glazing accusations as LeBron. This further highlights the targeted nature of the criticism towards James, especially given his unique playing style.
One person, nobody has had a relationship with a player like Ahmad Rashad had with Michael Jordan.
Hello.
Not one person ever said he glazed.
Yeah.
Not one person ever said he was on the payroll. Not one person. Now,
Shannon harks back to the classic era of sports media, specifically the relationship between Omar Rashad and Michael Jordan. He notes that despite their close bond and Rashad's frequent praise, no one accused him of glazing or being on the payroll. This stark contrast reveals how much media scrutiny and fan perception have changed. What transforms simple adoration into an accusation? This is the difference between an amateur and a pro. Amateurs look for shortcuts. Pros look for principles. Master this, and you stop competing. You start dominating. This is a fascinating point that really highlights the core message. It is these small details that often separate the amateurs from the professionals. The seamless pattern destroys so many careers. When you ignore this concept, you stay stuck. But once you flip the switch in your brain, everything changes instantly. This is exactly what separates the top 1% from the rest. It's not just about hard work, it's about smart work and mindset. Pay attention to the details, because that's where the magic happens. I've seen this pattern so many times. When you truly understand this concept, everything changes. It's a simple shift in perspective, but the impact is massive. That right there is the truth nobody wants to tell you. Success isn't complicated, it's just hard. Stop making excuses. Apply this today and watch what happens. This is exactly what separates the top 1% from the rest. Most people work hard, but they lack this specific mindset shift. Stop focusing on the noise. Focus on this one detail, and the results will follow. This is a fascinating point that really highlights the core message. It is these small details that often separate the amateurs from the professionals. This is the difference between an amateur and a pro. Amateurs look for shortcuts. Pros look for principles. Master this, and you stop competing. You start dominating. That right there is the truth nobody wants to tell you. Success isn't complicated, it's just hard. Stop making excuses. Apply this today and watch what happens. Listen closely to what was just said. That is the key to unlocking real potential. Most people miss this, but it's the most important part. The seamless pattern destroys so many careers. When you ignore this concept, you stay stuck. But once you flip the switch in your brain, everything changes instantly. That right there is the truth nobody wants to tell you. Success isn't complicated, it's just hard. Stop making excuses. Apply this today and watch what happens. This is exactly what separates the top 1% from the rest. It's not just about hard work, it's about smart work and mindset. Pay attention to the details, because that's where the magic happens. This is exactly what separates the top 1% from the rest. Most people work hard, but they lack this specific mindset shift. Stop focusing on the noise. Focus on this one detail, and the results will follow. This is exactly what separates the top 1% from the rest. It's not just about hard work, it's about smart work and mindset. Pay attention to the details, because that's where the magic happens. Listen closely. Most people miss this because they are too busy looking for a magic pill. Real growth is uncomfortable. If you aren't uncomfortable, you aren't growing. That, right there, is the golden nugget. If you apply this one thing, your results will skyrocket. Consistency combined with this mindset is undefeated. This is the difference between an amateur and a pro. Amateurs look for shortcuts. Pros look for principles. Master this, and you stop competing. You start dominating. I've seen this pattern so many times. When you truly understand this concept, everything changes. It's a simple shift in perspective, but the impact is massive. This is a fascinating point that really highlights the core message. It is these small details that often separate the amateurs from the professionals. Listen closely. Most people miss this because they are too busy looking for a magic pill. Real growth is uncomfortable. If you aren't uncomfortable, you aren't growing. The seamless pattern destroys so many careers. When you ignore this concept, you stay stuck. But once you flip the switch in your brain, everything changes instantly. The seamless pattern destroys so many careers. When you ignore this concept, you stay stuck. But once you flip the switch in your brain, everything changes instantly. This is exactly what separates the top 1% from the rest. It's not just about hard work, it's about smart work and mindset. Pay attention to the details, because that's where the magic happens. Listen closely. Most people miss this because they are too busy looking for a magic pill. Real growth is uncomfortable. If you aren't uncomfortable, you aren't growing. The seamless pattern destroys so many careers. When you ignore this concept, you stay stuck. But once you flip the switch in your brain, everything changes instantly. I've seen this pattern so many times. When you truly understand this concept, everything changes. It's a simple shift in perspective, but the impact is massive. Listen closely to what was just said. That is the key to unlocking real potential. Most people miss this, but it's the most important part. I've seen this pattern so many times. When you truly understand this concept, everything changes. It's a simple shift in perspective, but the impact is massive. The seamless pattern destroys so many careers. When you ignore this concept, you stay stuck. But once you flip the switch in your brain, everything changes instantly. That right there is the truth nobody wants to tell you. Success isn't complicated, it's just hard. Stop making excuses. Apply this today and watch what happens. The seamless pattern destroys so many careers. When you ignore this concept, you stay stuck. But once you flip the switch in your brain, everything changes instantly. This is exactly what separates the top 1% from the rest. Most people work hard, but they lack this specific mindset shift. Stop focusing on the noise. Focus on this one detail, and the results will follow. This is a fascinating point that really highlights the core message. It is these small details that often separate the amateurs from the professionals. The seamless pattern destroys so many careers. When you ignore this concept, you stay stuck. But once you flip the switch in your brain, everything changes instantly. That right there is the truth nobody wants to tell you. Success isn't complicated, it's just hard. Stop making excuses. Apply this today and watch what happens.